Might also have you able to play... Actually, no, don't need to have you play right wing back. And then preferred central position, you are right of 2. Or right central when 3. Cool. Ignore that one for now. Go to this. Back to the random numbers. Generate a new set of 10, just to make sure that we are, in fact, using a new set of numbers. You're not very aggressive. 5, 15, 16, 13, 11, 12, 7, 14, 18, 10. What I'm going to do very quickly is get the random numbers up on this screen, like on my actual PC. And then I can have the chat open on my laptop. There we go. I really want to see the Rome highlights. I'll be watching them later on, definitely. Right, generate 10 numbers between 5 and 20. Go. Alright, 13, 9, 12, 14, 16, 11, 5. 5 work rate, dearie me. 15. Alright, 16, 18. 7. New list. 13. 9. 5. Fitness, not great. 20. 19. 10. 15. 12. 14, 8, new list, 5, 11, 8, 14, 16, 7, 9, 6, 17, 13, new list, 11. Don't need goalkeepers, and that's it. So runs with ball through centre. You're going to be a bit more of a ball playing player. Moves into channels, gets forward whenever possible. Tries killer balls often, actually, not shorts. Curls ball. I suppose you'd like to do that. You don't argue, you keep yourself to yourself. Tries to play way out of trouble. Yeah. Does not dive into tackles. Looks for pass rather than attempting to score. Marks opponent tightly. Plays 1-2s. Dictates tempo. Brings ball out of defence. And I think that's it for you. Yeah, I think that's it for you. Cool. Next. Next. Player. Okay. Now we're getting into the serious area. So next up we've got Robert Grant. That's not what I wanted. There we go. Robert Grant, who kind of was the forgotten man actually before, but he's definitely not going to be this time. Changeable dynamic or dramatic? How about normal? Actually no, you're just going to be red-headed. Hair length. Short. Skin tone, again you're from Scotland, it's going to be as light as possible, let's be honest. Date of birth. I might just use the random number generator for this. Look at the first two, 11 and 20, so the 20th of November 99. Okay, city of birth. Falkirk. Alright, you are a Hatfield player. And your attributes generate a new list. 13, 8, 12, 20, 7, 9, 19 and 16. Player data. There we go. Ability, it says 83, so we'll do that. 116. Your height, you're actually going to be very short. Let's say you're 5'7", which is what? 5 lots of 12, which is 67 inches tall, which is 170 centimeters. Which actually sounds quite tall. And then your weight, I mean, you're a tiny man, 9 stone, 57 kilograms. Tiny man. Left foot 0, or maybe 10. We'll be generous. We'll give you 10. Right foot 20. Okay, position. You're going to be a right back. You can also play a right wing back. You can also play right midfield. You can also play attacking right midfield. Just like the original Robert Grant. Roles. Let's say you're a complete wing back. Okay, and then we'll start filling this in. New list. $17. Very aggressive. I mean, you are Scottish. 12, 20, 10, 15, 16, 19, 5, 6, and 7. Very random that. 20, so you turn up for the big matches. 12, 18, 11, 6, 7, 19. New list. 13, 12, 9, 16, 11, 19, 8, 5, and 15. So again, you've got no stamina. Something we're going to have to bear in mind. New list. 6, 13, 10, 18, 20, 7 for free kicks, 9 for heading, that sounds about right actually, 14, 15, 5 for marking. I suppose fullbacks aren't meant to be great at marking. 18, 8, 20, 13, and 10 versatility. Okay, preferred move. Runs with ball down right. Moves into channels forward whenever possible. Tries killer balls. Curls ball. Likes to break the offside trap. Tries to play out trouble. Dives into tackles. Runs with ball often, like every time he gets it. Comes deep. Hugs the line. Plays 1-2, dictates tempo, attempts overhead kicks. I wouldn't say he's particularly good at it, but he tries it. Knocks the ball past his opponent. Tries long range passes, likes to switch it to the flank. Crosses early and brings the ball out of defence. That's him done. I'm sure I've missed out a defender. If I haven't, then that should be all of them. Huh, really? 1958. Bloody hell. Alright, who's next? I suppose we'll do Posh Boy next. Nathaniel. Douglas. Pringle. That's your name, don't wear it out. I suppose your common name is that as well. So your ethnicity, I mean, you're very hoity-toity, so very upper class. Blonde hair, length, pretty medium length, I suppose. Skin tone, I mean, you're white, but you have a tan, so that looks good. May the 15th, 2000. You've just come out of Eton. City of birth, right, you are the fella from Kensington. Alright, London then. There's a weird thing, it won't let you highlight it. Or it won't let you, yeah, it won't let you highlight it if you've already selected it. Don't understand that. London 11 were real. Oh, I know they were real. I just can't believe they were in Europe in 1958. Oh, actually, I think you might have told me about that already. Trying to remember now. Alright, Hatfield. Person data. You know what that means? Time for a new list. 13. 7. 12. 5. And a bonus ball of 16. 19. 18. 8. And 11. Player data. Okie dokie. 82. 114. Your height. I mean, you're a midfielder who can also play as a defence midfielder, attack midfielder. I think I might make you also play centre back as well, actually. So you can sort of play through the middle. A bit like Frederick. Since we haven't got Frederick this time, we'll use you. Let's say you're 75 inches tall, which is 190 centimetres. And then your weight, let's say you're 13.4, which is 85 kilograms. Cool. You are right-footed. In fact, you're going to be all right-footed. No left foot at all. Positions. So you can play a 15 centre-back, a 15 DM. Why have you chosen striker? No. So DC, DM, and then you're a 20 midfield central, and then you're a 15 attacking midfield. So that's what you can play, essentially. Alright, another list. So we're starting to motor through this a bit quicker now, which hopefully means we can actually get some game time with the squad, or at least get into the game and see if I need to. I'll download the in-game editor before I load the game up, and then if I need to use it, I will. Sounds like I'm threatening someone with that. I'll use the in-game editor if I have to. 8, 20 flair. I mean, you've been through Eton, you know flair. 6, however, for important matches. You're too busy at the regatta to worry about the important games. 14, 15, 17, 5 work rate. No, I think that's too low. We'll skip over that one. 8 work rate. It's a bit better. Still not brilliant, but a bit better. Oh, cracking my knuckles. Apologies if you heard that. Right, 13, 9, 16, 10, 5. What's the 5 for? Jumping reach. No, that's very unrealistic. 17, 8 for natural fitness. Pace, I'll say you're not the fastest, so 7. Stamina, that's got to be quite high for you because you do like to run the midfield. And then strength, I mean, you're pretty strong. You did rowing, so I'll say you're pretty strong. I'm really making fun of the posh folks here, aren't I? Do apologise. That's weird, like where I'm from. I mean, I'm technically north of London, but because I've got, I mean, my dad's from up northeast, and my mum's from Croydon, so I kind of speak with a bit of a mixed accent at times. Like I jump between, depending on the word and who said it more when I was younger, I jump between accents a fair bit. So technically, I mean, I consider my accent to be a bit common. I think it's probably the right phrase. I mean, it's Hertfordshire, it's north of London, so it's not exactly posh. But then when I talk to American people, they say that I'm very posh sounding. And I can do posh if I really want to. I mean, I pretty much just did it then. But personally, I don't think I'm very posh at all. I think I actually slipped into it as I said that then. You know what I mean. Maybe a bit later, Sparky. I'll stay off Discord whilst I'm doing this. Get into opposition? Yeah, I suppose you get into the opposition area. Do you move into channels? No, I think you stay central. You play your short, simple passes. You shoot from distance. You shoot with power. I think you're an arguer as well. Like, do you know who my father is? Kind of arguing. You dwell on the ball. You arrive... Actually, no, you don't dwell. You arrive late. Try to play way out of trouble. You hit free kick. I didn't actually see what your free kick taking was. Oops. Did I mean to click that? Oh well, done it now. I didn't see what your free kick taking was, so you probably have a really bad one, but try long range free kicks. You come deep to get the ball. You look for the pass most of the time. You try first time shots. You play 1-2s. You don't do any of that rubbish. And you bring the ball out of defence if you are playing in defence. Okay, so that should be you done now, isn't it? I think so. So we can move on to probably the two favourite players of mine in the last time that we did this, because you basically have loads of fun with this. Kevin McGregor. I think his name was Kevin. You are Northern European. Your hair is red. In fact, no, we'll have your hair as a light brown. Your length is short. Your skin tone is pretty light. Because date of birth, we'll just make up a random one again. January the 12th, 98. You, sir, are from Glasgow. That was not a Glaswegian accent, before anyone says. You are Scottish through and through, my friend, because you are a bit of a dirty bastard when it comes to the game, if I remember rightly. Bit of a dirty bastard. Right, random list. 16, 14, 15, 19. We actually don't have many players to go now, which is good news. Good news bears. 7, 12. I'm trying to work it out in my head. So after this one, we've got McConnor, Thompson, Johnson, both Wilsons, and Drewsons. We've got 6 to go. I don't actually know how many we've done, but 6 to go. It's quite encouraging. Okey-dokey. 87 there, which is 117. Excuse me, 117 there. Your height. I've always had him in my head as being quite small. So let's say he's 5'8", which is 68 inches, isn't it? 172 centimeters. And again, that basically means you're an absolute lightweight, like 10.2 stone, which is 64 kilograms. God, I wish I was 64 kilograms again. I think, was it McGregor was left? I think McGregor was left-footed and McConnor was right-footed. So you're left-footed, 20, but you can also use your right foot from time to time, I suppose. 10. Positions, you are a defence midfielder and a midfield central. I don't know why I decided to do that. We'll put you as 10 for that. So let's say we have a man sent off, you can then play it there if need be. Right. Mental. New list. 10. 5. 20. What's he got 20 in? Bravery. Oh yeah. That's a proper Glaswegian. Sticks his head in everywhere. 17. 16. 14. 18. 7 to... No, he's got... I'm going to put a 10 on that. He's got to be determined. Determined and brave. And again, I'm putting a 10 on this one because he's a dirty bastard. Flair. Unusually, he's going to be quite flary. Is that a word? Flary? I don't actually know. 15, 14, leadership. 5 for movement. He's not the most mobile, even though he's quite small and got, I imagine, good agility. 16, vision. 7, because he can't see over everyone's heads because of how small he is. And then 19 for work rate. I'm very cruel to my players. It's banter. Just banter, says Richard Keys. Alright, 15. 16. I'm going to stick a 10 on that as well. 9 for injury proneness. Jumping reach. 14? Really? I mean, we'll put it down, but... 15, 11, 12, 6th strength. I can go with that actually. I'm going to bump that up to, let's say, 14. Because I could believe that someone of his size would not be very strong, but he's from Glasgow, so he'll be on the weight like every day. Till like 4 AM. Okay, home straight for this guy. Did I get a new list up? I'm going to do it again just to make sure. 12. 16. 9. 11. 8. 17 for free kicks. He was our free kick taker previously, so that's not unrealistic. 20 for long shots. He likes banging them in from range. 10, 15. Another new list. 17, 18, 20. 20 for tackling. Holy moly. 8 for technique though. And 19 for versatility. Make of that what you will. Runs through centre. Shoots from distance, I suppose. Shoots with power. Stays back at all times. Dives into tackles because he's a dirty bastard, as I've already said. Hits free kicks with power. Most definitely. Runs with ball quite rarely actually. Tries long range free kicks. Comes deep to get the ball, so he basically stands on the keeper's toes for the majority of the time. Mucks opponent tightly. Plays with back to goal, which is unusual for a midfielder, but, you know, this is McGregor. He does what he wants. A bit like the real Conor McGregor. Tries long range passes, likes to switch it to the other flank. That's it. So that's him done. That's McGregor. How the next one is William McConnor. It's amazing that, I mean, I know I watched the videos again quite recently, but it's amazing how easily I'm remembering these guys. You've got changeable hair colour. You're quite eccentric. You're still white as a sheet, mind, but you're quite eccentric. You're going to be December 24th, and he's sick and tired of people making jokes about buying birthday and Christmas presents at the same time. You are not from Glasgow. You are going to be from... I thought you might like him, Sparky. He was a proper... When I used to play with him on pairs, I would deliberately make sure he was the one that just slid in and crunched players. Like proper agricultural midfielder. I believe he was from Aberdeen originally, so I'm going to do that again. From the Grampian local region, apparently. Or we can make him from Aberdeen, Hong Kong, if we want to play a practical joke on everyone. Right, you are Hatfield. Random list. 13, 8, 15, 16, 17, 18, because, you know, random numbers that apparently go up in chronology. 12 and 19. So, if you think about it, McGregor is the one who will break your leg. McConnor's the one who will run up and apologise on McGregor's behalf. He's more of a mild-mannered Scotsman. You know, he's a nicer player. He can still be a bitch when he wants to be, but majority of the time he's a pretty nice guy. He's also quite tall. He's going to be 75 inches. Actually, that's not very tall at all. Let me do the maths. Hang on. I've always got to remember, 5 foot is 60 inches. So if he's going to be bang on 6 foot, which is 72 inches, which is 182 centimeters. And he's going to weigh a pretty average for a footballer, 13.8 stone, which is 87 kilograms. He's right-footed, so he's going to be 10, and then 20. And then if we go into positions, he can also play as a defensive midfielder if need be. Majority of the time, he plays as a central midfielder. Again, I wish they would stop making him play as a bloody centre-back. Oops. 0. You cannot play centre-back at all. You are just this. I think that works. I mean, apparently he's a Carrilero, Mazzella, and ball-winning midfielder, which I'm not sure I like that, actually. I mean, we're going to have to put up with it, I suppose, but I'd have liked to be like a box-to-box midfielder kind of thing, but there you go. Right, check this. That's an awful list. I'm going to do that one again. Right, 10. You're not very aggressive at all. You've got absolutely magnificent anticipation. 11, 15. You don't concentrate because your head's in the clouds a lot. 16, 13, 6 for... yeah, I suppose you're a bit dithery. 5 for dirtiness. That's a very, very good number. 14. New list. 16, 17, 9 for movement, yeah. 17 for positioning, 11 for teamwork. I'm going to skip that number. 13 for teamwork, 15, and then 18. Okay, physicals. 16 accelerations. You're pretty nippy, actually. Well, at least you get up to a good top speed. 17, 19. What's your 9 for? Jumping reach. No, I think that's got to be... We'll add 5 to that. We'll make that 14. Natural fitness, 11. Pace, 15. Might lower that, actually, make it a bit more realistic. Something like 13. Stamina, 14. And strength, 12. I'm liking this. I mean, I'd like to say, as a former midfielder myself, I played sort of midfield when I was at school. And then when I played 6-a-side, I ended up stuck in defence because no one else would do it. Apparently defending's boring. It's not really, is it? Defending's quite fun. You get to do all the dirty tackling and stuff. I'm trying to find a list here that I like. That's an awful one. It's like Countdown. You get too many single numbers. 16, 11, 14. I'm going to put 12 for free kicks. It says 16, but I'm going to put it down a bit because I don't really want him to be the free kick taker. 18 heading. 19 long shots. I definitely don't want that to be the case. We'll put that down to 12. 6 for long throws. 9 for marking. 13 for passing, which isn't the greatest, but it'll do. And then 16 for penalty taking. Why not? 15, 20 for technique, and then versatility 11. I like that. Sounds good. Right, you run with the ball through the centre. You play short, simple passes. I mean, this guy doesn't really do a lot. He arrives late, tries to play out of trouble. Does not dive into tackles. Runs with the ball quite rarely, actually. You will come deep to get the ball still. Did not mean to click that. I think that's it. He's a bit vanilla in that respect. But, you know, that's McConnor for you. Alright, we'll save this. And then we've got, I think it's 5 more players to make now. Johnson, Thompson, Drewson, Wilson. I don't think I've forgotten anyone. No, I think it's just them 5. Nearly there, guys. We're nearly there. Scroll up. Philip. Johnston. There we go. You are Northern European. Actually, you're going to be... I think it was Johnston that was mixed race. Hair colour, changeable, dramatic. You're always going to change your hair. Long hair. Skin tone, round about middle of the road. That's pretty good. June the 14th, 98. City of birth. I'm trying to remember where I put him from before. I think it was like I think it was like Midlands somewhere, but not like Midlands like Brummie accent Midlands, sort of like Leicester. I think it was Nottingham actually. I think it was Nottingham I made him from. That sounds right. Hatfield, as if there's any other team in the world. Right, 12, 20, 5 for controversy. That's pretty good, I suppose. 15. Actually, I think that's got to be higher. I mean, he dyes his hair, for crying out loud. It's got to be 19. 15, 16, 14, 17, 13. Right, player data 87, 118. Height. He's like a playmaker midfielder, so he's not going to be the tallest in the world. But he's also not going to be the shortest. I think 70 inches. Which is like 5 foot... 5'10". I think that's too big actually. I think it'd be like 5'9", 69. Again, 175. And then your weight. I mean, you don't weigh peanuts essentially. Like 11.4, which is 72. Okie dokie. You're just as good on both feet, so you're going to be 15 for both. And this is the fun bit. His positions. So, Johnston can play as a left midfielder. a right midfielder, a central midfielder, an attacking left midfielder, an attacking right midfielder, an attacking central midfielder. For some reason, he's trying to put it. Game's trying to put him in defence again. He also cannot play up front. Why has it put defender again? You cannot play defence. Are you kidding me? Game's trolling me now. 0. Crying out loud. What I want you to be, you're an advanced playmaker. There we go. You cannot play up front or in defence. Is this game for real? Breathe. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Alright, if I change that to 10, will you leave me alone now? And change that to 0 again. There must be. Just why? Left. You favour the left. I don't want him to be able to play up front. Or in defence. I don't want him to be able to... Definitely don't want him to be able to play in defence. Is it because there's no... Like, if I change that to 20... and then change that to 0... Right. Okay, so I think there has to be a number that's 20. Gotcha. So predominantly... you're that. And then the rest of it is... I mean, this really... Actually, sorry, this one is really this. And to be honest, that one is as well. I think all of these are. You're mainly this. Okay. List. 14. 8. 12. 11. 15. 7, 13, 6, 17, and 20. New numbers, please. 10, 16, 11, 15, 8, 19, and 13. Right, acceleration 17, you're pretty nippy. Agility, I'm going to get another new number for that actually. Right, 14. Which I think was lower than what we actually had before, but there you go. 17, 9, 8 for jumping reach, which sounds about right. 10 for fitness. 19 for pace. Oh yes, this guy's rapid. 16 and 20 for strength. That does not sound right. I'm going to put 9 for strength. Okie dokie. Another new list. I think Josh likes the sound of Johnston. Big smiley faces there. Right, 14. No, 7. Swap these two numbers around. 14. You gotta be good at crossing. You also gotta be good at dribbling. 20 dribbling. Oh yes. That's why this guy dyes his hair. He's entitled to when he's got 20 dribbling. The ball sticks to him like a magnet. He's also got 20 first touch apparently, which is quite impressive. 7 free kicks though. He can't hit a barn door with a machine gun when he's taking free kicks. His heading is also awful. Long shots is 9. Long throws, I'm going to make that 5 as well. Marking 7. Passing 19.